Since the start of the COVID-19 epidemic, live cattle prices and boxed beef prices are extremely different in price. According to CFIX 2020, live cattle prices have dipped to $110 per hundredweight, which is $25 below the 5-year average, while boxed beef prices shot from $3.79 to $4.96 in just 1 week, which is unheard of. This drop in live cattle prices and boxed beef prices due to the COVID-19 is undoubtedly making history. Throughout this presentation, I hope for my audience to gain valuable knowledge on this extremely important subject over live cattle prices and boxed beef prices. Along with that, hope to inform about the Grain Inspection, Packers, and Stockyard Association and their role with the volatility and extreme fluctuation in those prices. I'm a student at Kansas State University studying agribusiness and have spent countless hours working and learning on information on this matter. Due to the COVID-19, live cattle prices have fallen and boxed beef prices have skyrocketed. Packers seem to take advantage of the regulations put in place by GIPSA. According to the Farm Bureau.org 2020, boxed beef jumped 25% in just 1 week at the start of quarantine. Last time we saw a jump similar to this was in April of 2017, where it was only a 21% jump. But it took 21 days to get up to that percentage, not in just 7. Opposite of the huge increase in boxed beef, live cattle futures prices have dropped dramatically. 500 to 600 pound steers have fell from $177 per hundredweight in February to $134 per hundredweight in late March, and now see themselves dropping to $110 per hundredweight for fall calves being sold. In the article by Barbara Duckworth, Packers, of course, want to keep in business because feeder cattle are so cheap to buy for processing and they can turn around and sell them for sky-high prices. However, farmers are holding off selling feeders if they can because the market isn't allowing them to make any profit. The Grain Inspection, Packers, and Stockyards Administration, GIPSA, is a division of the USDA in charge of monitoring that packers and stockyards are complying with the regulations. GIPSA, as of 2018, has 725 employees with an average salary of $65,599.52. GIPSA amended the Packers and Stockyard Act of 1921, and in that it designed to keep the competition and integrity in the livestock, meat, and poultry markets. It was enacted originally because of the concerns of the Big Five large meat packers at the time: Swift and Company, Armour and Company, Cudahy Packing Company, Wilson and Company, and Morris and Company, and who basically they hurt both the producers and consumers, taking advantage of no regulations or laws that were in place. In 2019, the USDA planned to revive a rulemaking process aimed at balancing the power between the meat packing companies and their contract animal growers. The regulations and laws set forth between the packers and their growers are more widely known as the GIPSA rules. Live cattle producers are wondering how the laws and regulations in place are allowing packers to sell boxed beef at such a high price when the live cattle prices are so low. Packers are making a huge profit. Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa called for an investigation into 4 companies that dominate the American meat industry: JBS, Tyson, Smithfield, and Cargill. Lawsuits during this coronavirus epidemic had accused these companies on working together to keep cattle prices low and beef prices high. They accused them of doing this by closing their processing plants down to basically reduce the amount of supply coming in. In this way, farmers are willing to take a low price because of the need to get rid of them, and packers can sell for a high price because of the demand for boxed beef during the COVID-19 pandemic. Because typically, When boxed beef prices are high, it means it's good for cattle producers because live cattle prices will be high. But right now it's the opposite, and the National Cattlemen's Beef Association has urged Trump and members of GIPSA to look into the matter because it just doesn't seem to add up. In conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic has created lots of volatility in live cattle and boxed beef prices to which are not normal, causing lots of skepticism into whether price fixing or collusion is going on within the packers. More information on this can be found on the USDA website and multiple agricultural websites. I challenge you guys to look into the volatility in live cattle and boxed beef prices and see if potential price fixing is going on.